Hi guys, I'm here to bring you your This Week at Axis video for the week of January 12th to January 16th. So this week we are going to be doing 3 sets of 3 reps for our strength cycle with an AMRAP on that final set. We'll be starting at 70% of 90% of our 1 rep max and then ending at 90% of 90% of our 1 rep max, or whatever you've been doing to build in weight each week. So on Monday, we'll back squat, and then we're going to have a Gymnasty AMRAP 14, which will be 3 muscle ups, 25-foot handstand walk, 5 chest to bar pull-ups, 25-foot handstand walk, 10 alternating pistol squats, 25-foot handstand walk. Scaling options for this one. You can scale the muscle ups and or chest to bar pull-ups to, you can scale, so if you're scaling the muscle ups, so if you have chest to bar pull-ups, you don't have muscle ups yet. Scale your muscle ups to 5 chest to bar pull-ups. So you would do 5 chest to bar pull-ups, 25-foot handstand walk, 5 chest to bar pull-ups, 25-foot handstand walk, so on and so forth. If you don't have muscle ups or chest to bar pull-ups yet, but you have kipping pull-ups, do 7 kipping pull-ups in place of the muscle ups and the chest to bar pull-ups. Or if you have jumping pull-ups, do 7 jumping pull-ups in place of the muscle ups and chest to bar pull-ups, and then you could also scale to ring rows for both pull-up movements. You can scale that handstand walk to a handstand hold with 10 alternating shoulder taps so that you're in your handstand hold. Imagine I'm upside down right now and you're just shifting that weight, or maybe you're just going to shift your weight instead of doing the shoulder tap. Or we could do 3 wall walks or 5 inchworms. And these are just some of the scaling options for pistol squats. I know some of you have other scaling options that you like to use. That's totally fine. Just talk to your coach. But some options, you could do 10 single leg squats to a bench. So 5 on one leg and then 5 on the other. 10 alternating lunges or 10 air squats. Then on Tuesday, we are going to have work for 4 minutes, rest for 1 minute, repeat that 5 times. So in your 4-minute work period, you are going to do 60 double unders, 20 kettlebell swings, 10 toes to bar, and then in whatever time is remaining, you are going to do as many kettlebell plank pull-throughs as you can. And your score is going to be the number of plank pull-throughs that you complete each round. Scaling for this one, you can scale these 60 double unders to 120 singles. You can also scale the 120 singles to 60 singles or about 45 seconds of jumping rope if you're still working on your jump rope skills. You can scale the weight of the kettlebell as needed, and we can scale the toes to bar to knees to elbow, knees to chest, or toes to rig. And you can scale the plank pull-throughs to shoulder taps if you need to. Then on Wednesday, we're going to bench press, and after we bench press, we'll have 5 rounds for time of 10 dumbbell bent over rows, 10 dumbbell push-ups, and 5 chin-ups. So you can scale the weight of the dumbbells as needed. You can scale the dumbbell push-ups to strict push-ups or box push-ups. I do encourage you, if you are doing box push-ups, to make sure you have the box set at a height that is going to be the most challenging for you. Dumbbell push-ups are meant to increase the difficulty on the strict push-ups. So if, the 24-inch height, you can rip through 10 push-ups like no one's business, maybe drop it down to 20 inches so that the last couple reps are a little challenging. And then we can scale our chin-ups to 5 banded chin-ups or 10 chin-up grip ring rows. One thing I do want to say about the chin-up grip ring rows, so that's when you have your palms facing you. So you go down. When you come up, don't twist your hands at the top. And also don't twist your hands when you're at the bottom. Just keep that chin up grip, palms facing you the whole time. Then on Thursday, we have a little bit of a busier day on Thursday, but we're going to start with a clean and jerk EMOM 8. So every minute on the minute, you're going to complete 1 clean and jerk. Yes, you have to catch in the squat if you are able to. If it doesn't say power, you are catching in the squat. And you can either do a push jerk or a split jerk. I really recommend making sure you have your timing down properly in the push jerk before trying to advance to the split jerk. And if you're using a PVC pipe or an empty bar, I would do 3 reps of the clean and jerk just so you can get extra practice at that lighter weight. And I would use the first roughly 4 rounds of the EMOM as your time to build and warm up. to more of your heavier working weight if you are building in weight every round. You don't have to. You could stick with the same weight every round if you just want to work on technique. This is kind of like 8 minutes for you to get some good solid practice in. And then after that, we're going to have a partner workout that we've done a few times in the past. It's called Hang in There Partner. Some of you may be familiar, some of you may not be, but this is an EMOM 20, and every minute, partner 1 will hang from the bar, while partner 2 does 5 thrusters and 5 burpees. And then minute 2, partner 2 will hang from the bar, while partner 1 does 5 thrusters and 5 burpees. And you guys will switch every minute. So it's kind of this balance, I guess we could call it, where if you're the partner doing thrusters and burpees, you want to go as fast as you can so that your partner doesn't have to hang from the bar for too long. So scaling for this one, you can scale the bar hold to an active hold at the bottom of the ring row if you need to, or you could do a hollow hold. But we shouldn't just be dangling from the bar. You should be trying to stay nice and tight and active as possible. And you can scale the weight of the barbell for the thrusters as needed, and you could also do dumbbell thrusters. Here's the little caveat with this one. Partner 2 cannot start their thrusters, or whoever's doing the thrusters cannot start their thrusters until the other partner is hanging from the bar. And if whoever's hanging from the bar drops off of the bar, whoever's doing the thrusters and burpees must stop and wait for their partner to get back on the bar. So your reps only count if your partner is hanging from the bar. So this is why I say a little bit of a balance here. The faster you go, the less time your partner is hanging, probably the more rest time you can get, you know? See what I'm saying? And then on Friday, we're going to have our deadlift. And after we deadlift, we'll have a chipper of 22, 16, 10, 16, 22 reps for time of kettlebell, sumo, deadlift, high pulls, and dumbbell alternating plank rows. So you can scale the kettlebell and or dumbbell weight as needed, and you can scale the alternating plank rows to shoulder taps. That is all I have for you guys for this week. If you have any questions, you can reach out to accessstrengthtraining@gmail.com, and I hope you have a great week of training.